Another year has come and gone, and it's the time to review and look forward, plan ahead. I'll explain how to do that and make available my year in review goal planning worksheet. Hello, I'm Stephen Goldberg of Optimus Performance, bringing you practical tips and ideas on leadership, team development, and employee performance in the workplace. Yes, another year has come and it's going, and it's a good time to sit down and reflect on what you accomplished and what you wish for or want to happen in the year to come. And I always make available an updated version of my year in review goal planning worksheet. Now, I've just been going through mine, and I realized that one of the things that stuck out is a regret. And what stood out actually was the fact that this regret is something that has reoccurred over a few years now. And I realized that it's becoming really something that's affecting me and that I need to address. So rather than setting a new goal of what I want to accomplish or what I want to achieve or have, I want to work on eliminating that regret from showing up in next year's year in review planning worksheet. Because regrets or disappointments, and that's one page in the workbook, you want to make sure that that isn't negatively impacting your life, whether it's personal or professional. In my case, it's a personal issue with a relationship with somebody that has deteriorated over the years and has not improved. And I realized that I'm the one that's been trying to improve the relationship in the way that I know how and making an effort to do so, yet the other person is not taking any responsibility and just defers the responsibility and blames me for things that are going on in their lives that they feel either I'm responsible or somebody else is responsible for, and they just don't want to deal with. So I have to accept that this is the situation, and now it becomes more about me. What can I do to eliminate the anxiety or the impact of that person on my personal and actually professional life? So that makes it for an interesting twist, because in the past, I've always written down what I was going to do to improve the relationship, or just making a wish to improve the relationship. But making a wish isn't going to change the situation. Maybe if I react differently to that person, they'll get a message and make a shift in their behavior. And that's really the thing that leaders, when it comes to leaders and employees, we need to think about, that way of getting people to change a behavior that we want them to change, and not just to control them, but to improve performance, to improve the relationship, to have them shift into a better mode of communication, whatever it is. And often it's not reprimanding the person or maybe even training them. It's about, how do I change my reaction to them? How do others change their reaction to get that person to take stock and see what they're contributing to making that situation happen? And so it comes down to one of three things that winners do. I've talked about this in previous videos. Winners do one of three things. They either do everything they can to change it. If they can change it, they accept it the way it is. If they can't accept it the way it is, they get out of the situation. So if you're in a relationship or if you have a regret, what can you do to change it? If you've tried everything to change it and you have no more power to change it, can you accept it the way it is? If you can't accept it the way it is because the impact on you is maybe too negative, in my case, the situation is, I feel, causing me anxiety, which can lead to health issues. So I have to make a decision. At one point, I need to say, okay, I'm getting out of this situation, no matter who the person is. If I can't do anything about it, and if it's just impacting me in a negative way, I got to leave. I got to get out. So I think you get the message here. I'm focusing on regrets and disappointments because this is what I'm experiencing. And if I'm experiencing that, I'm sure I'm not alone. And that way you could clear out things that may be blocking you from moving forward, whether it's personally or professionally, and often, most of the time, the two go together. So I hope this helps you. If you don't have any major regrets or disappointments, you could still use my year in review, go planning ahead worksheet to reflect back on the previous year and plan for the year to come. That's a free download you could get from my website. There's a link in the show notes where you can go and sign up for that. There's also free workshops that I'll be offering on types of people. There's a link to that too with a description. The link will lead you to where you could read a description about that, and also where you could sign up for those free workshops. I wish everyone, if you're watching this at the end or the beginning of a new year, a great year to come, lots of success, health, and happiness. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bell to get news of new videos. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk again soon.